Welcome to Sequim Real Estate Questions and Answers. I'm Chuck Marunde, your host. Tonight I want to answer the question, how does the cost of living in Sequim compare to other little rural towns around the United States or even cities? Well, let's take a look at that. I want to show you this interesting site. You can do comparisons between towns. And so here's the site, bestplaces.net, cost of living. Well, here, let's take a look at the cost of living between Sequim and Santa Barbara. Well, overall, you can see that it's 50.4% less in Sequim. Of course, the biggest expense, I think, for retirement planning, at least when you're moving, is buying a house. And so here, we look at the difference in the price of houses here. Wow, 68% less in the Sequim area than in the Santa Barbara area. Of course, Santa Barbara is kind of expensive. So let's take a look at, let's look at East Palo Alto. Again, your median price of a home is $974,500, and in Sequim it's $364,600. Big difference there. Well, let's take a look at Los Altos. Well, 83.4%. Less in Sequim when you add up all of these different numbers. And how about Boulder, Colorado? We get a lot of people moving out here from Boulder and other areas in Colorado. Well, housing is, again, if you look down here, a lot more expensive in Boulder than it is in Sequim. Well, let's look at Alpine, New Jersey. I sold a home to a couple from New Jersey a while back, and 2.4 million compared to 364,000 for homes. Wow. And by the way, property taxes in New Jersey are unbelievable. Hey, how about Honolulu, Hawaii? This is kind of interesting. Well, the cost of living in Sequim is 37% less than in Hawaii. And let's look at Sedona, Arizona. We get a lot of people from Arizona and the Sedona area. Well, the cost is a little bit less than Sedona. And here's Yuma, Arizona. Well, it's a little bit more in Sequim, believe it or not. So Yuma, Arizona is a cheaper place to live, perhaps, at least based on these numbers here. Now, one thing that I will tell you is that when it comes to property taxes in Sequim, which is Clallam County, Sequim and Port Angeles, and the outlying towns around here, you can basically say that our property taxes are a little bit less than 1% of the fair market value or the assessed value of the property. And so that's pretty reasonable. And we know that because if we do a search here, you can always go to the Clallam County Auditor's and Tax Treasurer's Office, I should say. And if you type in a street like Roberson is a street, you'll get all the houses on that street. And, you know, this is all public information. If you pull up details on a house, you can see how much, you can see how much it's assessed for here, and you can see how much the annual property taxes are here. Now, I want to look at a couple of other quick numbers for you here, taxes. So here's a map, and it's an interactive map. It's kind of cool. If you come up to Washington State here and you go out here to Clallam County, which is right here, the average annual taxes are $601. Interesting. And then you can do the same, you know, if you come down to other areas of the country, you can have a little fun looking at what it costs. Oh boy, look at this. Santa Clara County, lots of taxes down there. Total budget, you can also check that out. This is a fun site. It's epi.org. And you can see up here what the URL is. All right. Now, I want to tell you something else about Washington State. We don't have any income tax in Washington State. Is that not fantastic? And you'll notice here, the state does not tax Social Security, pension, or retirement accounts. Additionally, Washington boasts a lower than average tax and has no inheritance tax for estates less than $2.193 million. So if you're looking at property, you can come to this site, sequim-homes.com. And not only can you search on this site and find homes and so forth, but if you go down to the bottom, there's more information here with some special links that I've set up specifically going right to properties with these search parameters. And so you can see those over here. These are recent articles, and if you want to look at the current mortgage rates down here, there we go. There's a mortgage calculator. Here's a couple of books if you're interested. And don't forget, we've got hundreds of videos for buyers. If you go to Living in Sequim on YouTube, you'll see me, that's me right there, with lots of videos for buyers. And so this is a very helpful resource, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, I hope this has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.